Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about linebackers, okay? We're getting down to defense, alright? We're looking at the defensive side of the ball. Before we get into this, just want to apologize. I do have a bit of a cold, but I'm toughing it out, as you could say, alright? So, let's talk about this, alright? Do the Cowboys, is there a need for a linebacker for the Cowboys? If you look at it, there could be. There very well could be, especially for depth purposes. Alright, so Anthony Hitchens, he's in a contract year. So this is his last year. So he's been adequate. He's been good at times. He's been okay at times. The thing on him is he's kind of, I guess he's kind of inconsistent. But he does get the job done, but definitely that could be upgraded. Alright. The linebacker that I do like, besides Sean Lee, is Damian Wilson. I do like Damian Wilson. We have him here for another 2 seasons, so in 2019 he'll be a free agent. But the path that he's on, I can see the Cowboys getting this guy another contract and keeping him if he keeps on going. His ceiling, he has a higher ceiling than Hitchens. Hitchens has already peaked. He's already shown us what he's gonna do. There's no more upside for Hitchens. I like him. I'm not really saying anything bad about him, but Wilson, I think his ceiling is higher. I mean, he keeps on consistently showing improvement, and this year I'm really looking forward to it. All right, Sean Lee, he'll be 31 in July. He's carrying a high cap number. And of course, Jaylon Smith, he's on the road to recovery. He's looking good. You know, we've all seen his workouts. The interview I had with him briefly. But we'll see. We got to see what he does on the field. You know, can he take the rigors of a NFL game, preseason, regular season? So there are some question marks here at linebacker. So this is getting serious. All right, that means cap mode. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at some linebackers that I like. Of course, like all my other videos. Some players here that you guys like, I might not have them on here, or vice versa, or some of these guys you might be familiar with. So either way, please comment, let me know who you like, okay? So let's run through this list here real quick. Alright, so I got 3 guys in the first round that I like. Alright, so let's look at this. Reuben Foster, Alabama. Alright, 6'1", 236. He's pretty much the sure shot #1, you know, a traditional 4-3 linebacker, first round pick. He'll probably be the first guy off the board. You know, for him, they'll look at his medicals. You know, he's had some issues here and there, but nothing, no red flags really. So he does have some medicals, some stinger issues he's dealt with in the past. All right. The next guy I looked at, Zach Cunningham, Vanderbilt. All right. So Vanderbilt, you really don't think of linebackers coming out of there, but this guy, from what I've seen, he's making plays. You know, I thought that maybe he could slip to 28 for the Cowboys, but the more I watch, you know, some of his games, the less I think he'll be there. Good player, solid tackler, wraps people up. I like what I've been seeing from this guy. Alright, and the other guy I have in the first round is Haason Reddick. The Chronicles of Reddick, okay? We're talking about Temple. These guys have a reputation to playing fierce, tough guys, alright? So, this guy is backing that up. I like what I see from this guy. He's versatile, you know, can come off the edge, hand on the ground, or, you know, can play in a 4-3 as a will linebacker probably. But, I think the Cowboys, they would like the versatility of this guy. Sideline to sideline. This guy would be an instant upgrade, okay? I like this guy. So, could he slide down? I don't know. We'll see what he does in the combine. I think a lot of these guys I'm going to go over, their stock could all rise. All these guys I'm going over. Alright. In the second round, Duke Riley, LSU. He's a 1-year starter. But, the material he has out there for his 1 year as a starter, pretty impressive. I like him. You know, the other maybe well-known linebacker there's Beckwith, but I was looking at Beckwith and Riley. Riley to me looked like like a guy who has some upside and can compete here at the next level. All right, Raekwon McMillian, Ohio State, 6'2", 240. This guy, he's gonna be a solid guy here. I think they'll work him into the rotation at some point and be a full-time starter wherever he goes. I like what I saw from him, Ohio State. You know, pretty good defenders over there, linebackers that kind of, you know, they put out a lot of linebackers and secondary players. They had some good recruiting there. This guy is gonna be one of their latest, you know, guys that get into the draft and do good things in the NFL, I think. Ryan Anderson, Alabama, 6'2", 258. And this guy's probably gonna be like a Sam linebacker. The only thing about him, some of his speed and acceleration, if that could improve, I want to see what he runs at the combine. I want to see how he does in the drills. That could propel him, you know, more to the first round, or if he puts out slow times, he could drop here a little bit further. So I'm interested to see what Ryan Anderson does here in the combine. All right, and the other guy having the second round, Jared Davis, Florida, 6'1", 238. This guy here, I think is a guy that Cowboys might want to take a look at. He's fast, and Garrett will like this guy. He's a good character guy. Garrett wants good character guys. You know, I've been trying to find some of these character guys at each position we've been going over. And this guy, he has a lot of good things said about him. So keep an eye on this guy. Tackling machine, Florida. All right, SEC guy. You know, Cowboys, they like the SEC. So let's keep an eye on this guy. All right, third round, Tyus Bowser, Houston, U of H Cougars. All right. So the Cougars defense, they were pretty good. They were ranked here for a while, then they weren't, and they had an up and down season really. But I think the defense really carried them this season for the most part. Tyus Bowser is a big part of that playmaker. From when I saw the other season and this season, I see him improving. So I think the ceiling for him is good. This guy, I think somebody's going to pick up a steal here with Tyus Bowser. Houston, you don't see many players drafted from there. They have put out some cornerbacks that haven't really done much, but Bowser, I think, will be a steal for somebody. I have him like in the third round, right? Kendell Beckwith, like I said earlier, the other LSU linebacker, I think he would have been higher for me if he didn't have the ACL injury, you know, before the bowl game. So, you know, that whole thing with Beckwith, you know, was shades of Jaylon Smith. You know, these guys, you know, you don't want to get hurt at the bowl game or before the bowl game like Beckwith did. Obviously, somebody's gonna have to take a flyer on him. For him, really, I have him as a fourth round, but he could go higher. I mean, he could go anywhere from second. You know, like Jaylon Smith went in the second round, but he was more projected as a top 5 first round pick. So with Beckwith, second round at the earliest, I think. Fourth round, I mean, we'll see what happens there with that one. All right, Phillips is the other guy having the fourth round. He's like a tweener. He's a 1-year starter though, so there's not much to see on him, not much to see, but he has some solid stuff out there to review. Okay. The Cowboys, they met with him at the Senior Bowl, so that's another reason I have him on here. Cowboys have interest in this guy, all right? So let's keep an eye out on this guy. They like the versatility, so, you know, this guy could come off the edge. You know, this guy could be like a Wilbur type, Kyle Wilbur, and he could play linebacker, obviously. He's a tweener type. 6th round, Ben Gedeon, Michigan, 6'2", 243. This guy here, you know, Michigan puts out some linebackers, like Jake Ryan, some other guys here recently. I think this guy, from what I've seen, special teams ace, okay? And you know the Cowboys, they need help on special teams, and he'll provide depth. So that's why I have him on this list in the 6th round. got good size too. So these are the guys I like for linebackers. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys like? Okay. Anybody on this list that you don't like or you think needs to be added to this list? Let me know. I really appreciate all you guys dropping other names of other players that haven't been on this list. I'm adding them to my list personally to look at. Okay. So next video, I think we're gonna cover another group here. Obviously, I think we're gonna go defensive ends. Okay, so we'll do that. I'll probably drop that video on Saturday, so keep an eye out on that. We're gonna get to the bread and butter, the guys that we really need. All right, edge guys, apex predators. Okay, we need one, maybe even two. We might have to double dip. Okay, so please like and subscribe to the video. I appreciate all you guys. And we'll see you for the next video, okay? Thanks, guys.